At the start of this year, I had the goal to read 100 books, and a few days ago, I realized that I was so close to that goal. So I thought it would be fun and wholesome to document the process of achieving that goal. I also shared some tips that helped me and recommended my favorite books. If you enjoy videos about reading, books, and all of the above, then hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so a few days ago, I came to the realization that I had read 98 books already, which means I am 2 books away from my goal. I had a hard time trying to figure out what 2 books I want to read to end the year to complete my goal. I later decided on 100 Days of Sunlight by Abby Emmons. I read through the synopsis and I was really intrigued, so I hope I made the right choice. I'm actually excited to read the book. 100 Days of Sunlight by Abby Emmons is a young adult contemporary romance about a girl who is involved in a car accident. She loses her eyesight for 100 days, and a boy with a disability who is hired to help her continue writing and blogging. It is a story of hope, healing, and getting back up when life knocks you down. Time is 3:54. I haven't really read much, but I want to start reading now. I just had lunch, and I just wanted to say, since I've been reading on like my laptop, I've been having a lot of fun annotating. Like I'll put some pictures on the screen of like books that I've annotated. I just think it's fun. We went to my twin sister's place for a few days, and I did a lot of reading there. Outfit check. We're going to visit my twin sister. Cups of the rose, bitches in my old phone. I should call one and go home. I've been in this club too long. The woman that I would try is happy with a good guy. I thought it would be nice to give some tips on how I was able to achieve my reading goal for anyone who is interested in getting into reading or reading more. Even though reading is a hobby, you still need motivation to do it. It's just like any other creative outlets out there. Writers need motivation to write, painters need motivation to paint, and readers need motivation to read. And to get this motivation, fortunately, is a lot easier. You just have to find something that will pique your interest. For me, it started with Harry Potter, and I just kept reading things related to Harry Potter until I slowly branched out. Another good way to do this is with series. I personally am not the biggest fan of series, but I think it is a good idea if you're looking to read more. An easier way to get motivated is to watch reading vlogs. I love watching these whenever I want to read or somehow also don't want to. Watching someone enjoy reading reminds me of how much I also enjoy reading. So check out some of my reading vlogs if you want. I'll link the playlist in the description. I hope this tip helps. While I was at my aunt's place, I ended up finishing 100 Days of Sunlight by Abby Emmons, and I'm here to give my review. It is such a beautiful story. It is such a beautiful story about learning to love yourself, even in the hardest of times, like learning to get back up again when life knocks you down, and about not giving up on life when things don't go your way. I really resonate with it because I feel like I'm in that kind of situation. Like, obviously, I'm not blind or disabled, but I am kind of like stuck. So that's what I relate to it. In this book, the girl gets into an accident and she becomes temporarily blind, and she just gives up on everything, on writing, blogging, and she just gets so angry at life. So this guy just randomly like shows up to her house and says like he can help her, and that's what he does. So it shows her how to live through life using her other senses. He tests her, teaches her, helps her. Like, it's just such a beautiful story, and I think it is more about the struggles of life and friendship than it is about romance. To be honest, the romance was like towards the end, like last 2 or 3 chapters. So it's not really romance heavy. It's more like building friendship and somebody understanding your pain.
sharing your pain with someone and not feeling like you are alone in the world because there's nothing you're going through that somebody else has not gone through. So I rate it an easy 5 stars. It's one of my favorite books that I've read this year, and I feel like I read it at the perfect time. And I'm really happy that I made the choice to read the book. So I'm in a good mood. For the 100 book of the year, I am going to be reading a poetry collection. I have not read anything like this year, so I thought it would be really fun. The book is called To the Man I Loved Too Much by Gabrielle G. I found it on Pinterest. And I think it would be really nice to run off my goal with this book. I keep talking like I am not going to read after I complete my goal, but that's not the case. I don't know why I keep saying like that. Anyways, I already started it at my twin sister's place, and I'm going to make some more progress with it. Yeah, so let's get into reading. The next tip I have for those who want to read more is it is okay to stay in your comfort zone. It's kind of ironic seeing as I am reading something I wouldn't normally read, but let's just ignore that for a second. I notice that I tend to read faster and a lot more whenever I'm reading something I know I love or something I won't get tired of. People often encourage trying something new, and I totally agree with that. But the point is, it is very much okay to just stick to the same thing if you're comfortable with it. For me, that is my romances, my fantasies, and my thrillers. They never fail me. For tip number three, we have make it a habit to read. If reading at least one chapter a day is part of your daily routine, you're going to read a lot more than someone who just sees reading as something they do for fun. When you see something you love as a way of being productive, you're going to do it often because who doesn't want to be productive? This year, I found that I saw reading as a wellness act. It was a way for me to stop scrolling on my phone, even though I was reading on my phone, but also to learn. Honestly, it all depends on what kind of book you read. Let me know in the comments what kind of books you guys are into. You guys already know my preferences. You're looking at a girl that has read 800 books this year. And lastly, we have make it a goal to read. As humans, we make goals, and when we accomplish these goals, we feel a sense of pride and fulfillment that we can finally check something off of our list of goals. That would increase our willingness to keep doing that thing. So, my point is, when you start to see reading as an accomplishment, you'll be much more motivated to read. I hope these tips helped you somehow, some way. Don't forget to like and subscribe.